What is going on, my tacticians, and welcome to another tactical analysis video. And this time we're featuring Michaela in a double battle with me, apparently, with the Furfro team. Well, this is going to be interesting to analyze and strategize and figure out how we can improve Michaela's videos, or video gaming and, playstyle and, strategizing, etc. I mean, this is against me and a bunch of Furfros. This is actually going to be tricky to do, because on the one hand, it's a team of Furfros. On the other hand, it's a team of Furfros. So let's get on with the tactical analysis, I guess. Alright, so leading off, I'm starting off with my two Furfros, Evelyn and Furfro. And you're leading off with Tropius, and I think that's Japanese Medicus. So, first of all, I go into the U-turn. So, well, I'm going into U-turn with my Furfro, and I go into another Furfro, and then I set up the Cotton Guard with my secondary Furfro. Now, the first thing you need to know, Michaela, is that trying to use physical attacks against Furfros is not the best move you can do. I mean, it doesn't matter how strong your physical attacks are. Furfro is a Pokemon that is geared towards enduring physical attacks. You can hit them all day with physical attacks, even if they're attacks they're weak to. And they will simply laugh at you because they're Cotton Guard and their defenses are just that strong. So when you see the Furfros, the first thing you gotta do is either one, increase your attack power beyond what they can take, beyond what they can endure, or, go into special attacks. So the first thing you could have done for this turn, if we go back to turn 1, I believe. Yeah, if we go back to turn 1, the first thing you should have done here was swap out your Metagross and your Tropius and gone into your special attacks, like your Reshiram, for example, and your Tapu Koko. If you had gone into your Tapu Koko and your Reshiram from turn 1, that is where you probably could have caught me off guard. However, you instead stick with your physical attacks, so that's not exactly what you should have done. That's your first mistake here. Like I said, Furfros will just laugh at you when you hit them with physical attacks. That's just the way they work. Their fur coat plus the Cotton Guard makes it very, very difficult to deal with them with physical attacking Pokemon. So that is where their weakness is. Special attackers. They can't handle special attacking Pokemon very well. They just aren't designed to deal with special attackers. And since it's a team of 6 Furfros, if you pretty much knock out one with a special attacker, you can pretty much knock all of them out with a special attacker. So you set up the Dragon Dance. That's not too bad of a move, and you're starting to try to deal with them with this Brick Break. Trying to deal with them, trying to weaken my defensive stats. But once again, my Furfros are just laughing at you. They aren't afraid of your attacks because they know they can endure them. So all they have to do is just set up and wait. Alright, that's a nice berry to use on Tropius. Good berry. And once again, going into the Leaf Blade here, you've set up with the Dragon Dance, but you did so little damage that Barrel here is just laughing at you. You did more damage to yourself than you did to him. And once again, Clara is just waiting for you to hit yourself. So that's where you revealed your Rocky Helmet. So all in all, I didn't mind that trick, but yeah. So going into the headbutt here, once again, they laugh at you. They aren't afraid of your attacks. They want you to attack them. Especially with physical attack. Now, you're going into Tapu Koko here. This is a good move. Unfortunately, you go into you're using a physical attack, so that's pretty good. Now, you're going into this move. This move, I'm not sure if this was the best move you could have used. The reason why is because the Guardian of Alola is a really powerful move, but it's only useful for weakening those super tanky Pokemon. And while this is great for dealing with my Furfros, it's not great for dealing with all of the Furfros. Especially Furfros that want you to waste your time with them. If you had gone straight into a Dazzling Gleam, this would have been the great position to use a Dazzling Gleam. Alright, and there goes my Clara. That's one Furfro down. And now Beryl is going to deal with your other special attacker. Well, that's just bad luck there. So let's go back one more turn. Let's go back one turn again. Now, when we go back to that turn, the first thing I'm going to notice as soon as the screen goes back on, there we go, is that you didn't use like a priority move with your Metagross. If you had a priority move, you should have at least tried using it. I mean, at the very least, tried. The reason why is, if you're gonna lose your Pokemon, you know you're gonna lose it. You might as well get as much damage as possible. So, if you've given your Pokemon a priority move, like, even if it's just Bullet Punch. Like, Bullet Punch is really standard on Metagross for a reason. It's a very slow Pokemon outside of its Mega Form, so that Bullet Punch could be the saving grace sometimes for it. It could turn a bad trade into a semi-decent trade. So losing Metagross here is not the best thing you could have had, but you switch into Pyukumuku, so that's a good thing. So you've got Pyukumuku now, a really tanky Pokemon. It's not gonna be something I can deal with like Sucker Punch, which is what Clara's special move is. It's what her strongest move is. You go into Electro Ball to deal with Clara. That is good. Unfortunately, it sacrifices your Tapu Koko to do it. So that's gonna be the end of your Tapu Koko and one of your special attackers. And, well, that's just bad luck there with the Toxic. So now I'm pulling out Amanda, my other Furfro. This is my choice band Furfro, and he's only got one move, and that is Retaliate. That's her gimmick, choice band Retaliate. So you're pulling out Pyukumuku here. That's not the best thing you could have done. And you go into your Reshiram. So that is good. That is good right there. You're pulling out your special attacker, you're pulling out some of your big Pokemon. Unfortunately, you sacrifice one of your heaviest hitters, and that is going to be your Zekrom as it goes and gets double retaliated. I think only one retaliate was needed, but the second one just confirmed the finish. And so now you're stuck with Pyukumuku and Reshiram. So I'm pulling out Amanda, and I'm gonna pull out Leia. So this is where you could have gone for like Blue Flare. If you'd gone for Blue Flare, then you probably could have done a lot more damage to my other Pokemon. And Toxicking here is pretty good. That's a pretty good move there, Toxic. Definitely worth it. So that's gonna be that move. And now you've got your Reshiram on the field. So a Blue Flare into Amanda would have been a better option here. If you'd had Blue Flare, you probably could have given the burn to me. But then again, well, Flame Charge is a decent move, but Reshiram is a special attacker, not a physical attacker. Or at least not a strong physical attacker. And, well, you just, let me use a Choice Band Retaliate for free. So now all you've got left is keeping... It's not the end of the world for you. It's not the end of the battle. You could still make some sort of a comeback. The difficulty is, surviving to try to make that comeback. Like, if you had maybe, like a Protect or something, this is where you could have stalled me out. Just a little bit. Not forever, but you could have tried stalling me out. So, now I'm pulling out my final Furfrou, and that's going to be my regular Furfrou, my shiny Furfrou. And I'm still going to be yelling at you with the Hyper Voice. That was your biggest weakness right there. So you go with the Recover. That's a pretty good move right there. That gives you some, sustainability. And now you get this. Oh boy. Well, like I said, your team's biggest strength against me were your special attackers. If you had led with your special attackers from the start, then my Pokemon, my Furfrou team would have had a lot harder time. But since you led with your physical attackers and used only physical attackers for the most part, that was where I had my strengths and where I had the most power. That is your biggest weakness there. Using physical attackers against Furfrou is not the most ideal thing. I mean, if you lead with physical attackers against Furfrou, they're just gonna laugh at you and just set up in your face. They want you to attack them with physical attacks. They want you to waste their time. They want you to waste your time while they set up. I mean, Clara only got one Cotton Guard off, but she was able to set up for the next 2 to 3 turns. And Beryl, well, he just, sat there and endured attack after attack. He pretty much scared away all your physical attacks against him because he was, he was Rocky Helmet. And basically that's it. You didn't threaten him at all until you pulled out a special attacking Pokemon. And after that, he still laughed at you. He wasn't intimidated at all. So once again, if you see like a team of Furfrou, lead with special attackers. Second of all, analyze what your opponent is. What is their game plan? What are they trying to do? If you see they're trying to set up, focus everything into the Pokemon that is setting up. Force it to stop setting up and go for the attack. So that's my advice, and basically, beware the Furfrou team. That's all I can say is beware the Furfrou. Oh, there's a Pokepun if ever there was one. In that case, I am Imperator Davi, Zero Fedora Retrum. I will see you all next time. Bye-bye!
I'm taking in what I can get, but I can't find the answers yet. Head in the water, slow my mind. I hold my breath until I'm found.